Good evening, everybody, and welcome back to the Blueprints. Our objective tonight: solve the chess puzzle. Because we know the rooms we need now. Because we know rooms that have the rook, that have the pawn, that have the bishop, that have the knight, have the king, and the queen. I'm going to take the schoolhouse. Because the schoolhouse is going to give us extra redraws to let us target the rooms we need. Of course, now I know we're going to run into an issue where I run out of gems or something and can't do anything, but oh well. Take the wine cellar as my first room. Because it has gems in it. I still feel like that's a secret door or something. But I haven't figured out how to open it yet. Alright, this gives us the rook. Rook. Pick the key. This will be the library. Ooh. I need the bookshop, so we're going to take the bookshop. Are there any chess pieces in the bookshop? There's a bishop in here, so we don't need the chapel. Because I don't think I have any money to buy any of the books I don't have. We can take drafting strategy 4. We're not going to take anything right now. We're going to wait until later. Closet. Is there a chess piece in here? I feel like there should be, but there doesn't appear to be. Oh well. We have the bishop. We have the rook. I don't think there is a piece in the library. Corridor. Alright, we will now take a classroom. Okay, we cannot take this classroom. Nursery's a dead end. I don't want to take the chapel, so let's redraw. Take another classroom. Could have taken the apple that's on this desk. Which, of course, I just wasted all the food, all the new steps I just got by doing that, but oh well. Okay, so we've got... Showroom is a room I don't think I've ever taken. And I want to take it, but I shouldn't take it right now. We're on a mission here. Okay, take another classroom. Take the hallway. It gives both these doors. And take this classroom for the apple and for the future redraws, assuming we ever actually see another classroom after this. But take the den for the extra door. This is dangerous. This door is locked. This door is locked. This chest could very likely contain keys. They very often do. But if it doesn't, we're dead. Roll the dice. Money. Well, we got 21 money. We can go buy a book. Go buy a book in the day and try again. What are our options here? Take Realm and Rune, which I think is the book that's down in the precipice. Yeah, we'll take it. Now, can I go ahead and order it here so that it appears in the library next time? Why, yes. Yes, I can. Okay. Wasn't a great day, but it was an acceptable day. Do we have a blessing? We do not have a blessing. Take the hobble. The hovel is hit and miss. Sometimes it's amazing, and sometimes it gets us killed really fast. We'll see. But it means on this run we don't need gems. Take the breaker box. Because there's always something good to have. Garage on. Dark room and gymnasium on. Oh. E-card system. So off. And like that, the library. All right. When the scholars of the First Era found any hidden things, either of a natural source or resulting from the creation of man, they were accustomed to record these in various signs with the aid of figures. They did this in order to They did this in order that the sigils of their realm might not be understood by strangers. Historically speaking, sigils are not a new tradition. They have been found in every era and every culture and predate both written text and heraldic arts. However, today we use the term sigil, or when we use the term sigil, we are referring specifically to realm sigils, those crude circular marks of designation found on royal artifacts, buildings, and older documents. This book was written to make simple the understanding of these fascinating glyphs and to clearly display the correlation between each sigil and the iconography of the realm's royal art. How is the image of a leafless burning tree seen in geometric lines, and what does that tell us about the kingdom's history? Each line, each circle, and each variation tells a story of the land. Even the adorned borders around the sigils have special meaning. And we'll screenshot that. To understand a realm sigil, we must first dismantle the symbol and identify the individual elements that make up the whole. Each sigil is composed of four things: the core, the dividing lines, or rays, the moats, and the border. The core, at the center of each sigil, is a unique shape, different for each realm. If the core gives us a name for the rest of the sigil, if the core gives us a name, then the rest of the sigil tells us the history behind that name. Still, it is important to be able to identify and distinguish the core as a first step in deciphering any sigil, as all the other parts are meaningless if we don't first to know what place we are describing. So we have the locations: Arinda Ares, Fen Ares, Eraja, Korarica, and Arc Ares. The rays, spouting forth from the core, will come several dividing lines, splitting the sigil into pieces. From one sigil to another, the rays will often differ in number, style, and form. Studying the difference in these lines will help immediately reveal several things about the realm. Counting the number of dividing lines in a sigil will reveal to us what method of transportation was prevalent in the realm. Were they a seaside kingdom? They relied on ships, or a desert domain that might have employed camels to cross the sandy expanse of their lands. I don't remember if I screenshot that, so we'll do it again. So naval capabilities, ship routes, seaports. The 8 rays on the sigil resemble the directions the compass rose. Roads, streets, and carriages. The 4 ways here look like crossroads on a map. Horseback, rough trails. Another sigil that uses 4 rays. However, these will always be configured to suggest a horse galloping. A train system, locomotion. The 3 rays here are used in sigils for realms that rely on track-based travel. Aviation, dirigibles, balloons. The 5 rays suggest travel above the horizon. Camels, pack mules, arid desert animals. 2 rays to indicate the flat terrain. Turtleback travel. 5 short rays that do not fully extend to the core, from the core to the border. Weather. The style of ray. Identifying the style of the ray used in the sigil will show us what weather the kingdom considered native. Some are intuitive, such as the jagged lightning shape indicating stormy lands. Straight black lines indicate a lack of unusual or harsh weather and normal temperatures. Foggy or misty weather is indicated when the ray has several horizontal slashes across one side. Wavy lines are used to indicate extreme heat. The scorched air and blazing sun cause an otherwise straight rays to appear shimmering. A rainy realm is indicated with rays of three vertical lines pouring down. For more extreme stormy weather, a jagged lightning-shaped ray is used. A ray dotted with falling circles is used used for colder realms in which snow is a common occurrence. Windy weather is displayed on sigils by use of bent, curved lines, rays buckling under the high winds. On each sigil, floating between the rays, are small figures called motes. From the shape and style of the motes used on the sigil, we can tell the type of society a given realm proclaimed. If they consider themselves mighty in arms or blessed by artistic or economic fortune. So, asterisks for tribal, a primitive realm, hunter and gatherers. Agricultural, harvest and farming based society and culture. Martial, militaristic nation engaging in generations spanning wars and heated arguments. Metropolitan, large city state with a dense urban and population center. Academic, a center for knowledge advanced in various scholarly pursuits. These realms are home to many schools, universities, and libraries. Engineering driven culture with a focus on manufacturing, invention, and production. An elevated reverence on nature, animals, and the forces that guide us. A strong focus on advancement of the arts, music, writing, and language. Around each sigil is an adorned edge, serving as a container for the information within. There are 8 different borders, each one corresponding to a different color. These borders always correspond to the banner and national colors of that specific realm. Putting it all together. By studying the core, rays, motes, and border of a sigil, you should now be able to unlock the meaning behind what had previously been an undecipherable enigma. Fen Aries, the Grand Realm, transportation, road and carriage, weather foggy, society militaristic, banner red. Cool. Of course, I want to take a screenshot of that last one just for documentation's sake. All right, that was useful information, I think. Coupon book. There's the bookshop again. Ooh, the attic. We'll take the bookshop. Don't know when or if I will have money for this, but it's here. And we have a bishop now. That loops back on itself. So does that. That'll run us straight into the entrance hall, which doesn't matter, so let's take the observatory. This one has a knight. Ooh, everything is 50% off today. Which includes the bookshop. We can buy something expensive at the bookshop if we get some money. Take the drawing room. I'm going to need a source of steps at some point. Okay. I don't like any of those. Secret passage. And we want green room. Hmm. Getting the terrace would have been excellent, but I need another door. Oop, an upgrade disc. That will be excellent. We haven't gotten one of those in a while. Not the car keys. Oh, safety deposit box. We need the vault. Hallway. Okay, there's a source of more steps. So we take the nursery. I also love when we pick the hovel, we get a lot of gems. All right. I don't really need the garage, but it does have... Oh, no, we can't take the garage. It only has one door. So take the West Wing Hall. Uh-oh. We're also almost out of keys. Security. Security is important. Also gives us access to a computer. So we can upgrade a floor plan. Give me something good, please. Okay. We see the guest bedroom a lot, so... Hidden effect of a random bedroom in your draft pool. If you enter the antechamber today, add 2 to your allowance. If you have Tomb on the estate, gain an additional 4 dice. Oof. I'm taking the random effect. That might be a mistake, but seems interesting to me. Oh, good lord. Take the dark room. Now we turn around and we go back, and we turn the dark room on. Yes, we just lost 7 steps doing that, but now we can see what we're doing. Actually, I guess we lost more than 7 steps. But we do have the nursery, so hopefully we can get, you know, an actual bedroom or two here. Take the closet. Because we needed a key. I'm gonna need the boiler room, so let's take it. Study. Okay, we can use gems to redraw. That will be very useful. Should I use the key here? Yes. Yes, I should. Car keys. We may not be able to get the garage this time, but we have the car keys. Okay, but we have the study that has the queen in it. Let's see. We only have 12 steps left. I need some more steps. Yes, take the passageway. Now let me guess, all three of these doors are going to be locked. Nope, this one's not. Okay. The nook is one we need. That would give us the rook. It'd also turn us down. Yeah, take it. Also a key in here, which is good. And a magnifying glass. It's also good. I have very few steps left, though, so I kind of need this to be a bedroom. And, of course, the door's locked. It is not a bedroom. We can get a second library. I don't need a second library. Let's redraw. Let's redraw. Take it. Oh. Guess the correct bedroom to win an unknown prize. You may only make one guess per day. Only bedrooms in your draft pool at the time of drafting guess rooms should be considered. Be considered. I'm going to guess the boudoir. Ooh, a key. Okay, this room was officially worth it. Okay. Go this way. Of course, it's locked. That'll give me 10 more steps. Boudoir. So I guessed it correctly. But no telling what it actually just did. Take the bedroom. Take the master bedroom. I need the steps. Hmm. Ooh, lockpick. Yes, please. Thank you. Okay. There's a chess piece in here. Feels like this is a room that should have the king in it, but guess not. Okay. Let's turn the boilers. Let's activate this. Oh. Take the gymnasium. Because I turned the gymnasium off earlier, so it's actually safe. Commissary. Sleeping mask. Metal detector. Shovel. Okay. Take the dining room. Taking the locksmith. I don't have money. Apple. Hallway doors are always unlocked. Office. That's the king, right? Yes. Okay. But I don't have enough steps to get out of here. So I need to start heading out and hope I can pick up a bedroom on the way. Although we will also pass the dining room on our way. Excellent. That is exactly what we needed. Take it. Okay, we now have a bunch of steps. Have dinner. Okay. Now I need to go over my map here and make sure we have one of everything. I think we do. Okay, let's see. We have the office, and the office contains the king. Now we need a queen. We have the study. Study has the queen. And that is column 4. Okay, bishop. We have two of those. We have the chapel, and we have the bookshop. And Rook, we have the Nook, is column 5, row 5. Okay. Night. What rooms have nights? The observatory has a night. Right there next to the bookshop. Okay, so that's... We just need the pawn. And pawns are in lots of places. The den has a pawn. So... Okay. That should be everything if my assumptions on how this puzzle works are correct. So let's head out. King. Oh, not there. There. Bishop. Here. Rook. Here. Queen. Here. Knight. Pawn. Choose your piece to receive a permanent power. Okay. Do I get to know what those powers are? Okay, the ambition of the pawn. When you reach rank 8 each day, you may choose knight, bishop, rook, or queen. Gain the power of that piece until the end of the day. Add the armory to the draft pool. Okay. Each time you draft a room on the queen side, west wing, of your house, lose 5 steps and gain one key. Hell no. Each day you may choose a color. Rooms of the chosen color are more likely to be drawn while drafting. Okay. You do not have to pay tithes. Instead, gain 30 for the first time you enter the chapel each day with this power. Ooh. I'm tempted to take that right now. May draw floor plan. Reader may draw floor plans up to 4 times when drafting the 4 corner rooms. Yep. I'm taking the bishop, I think. Okay, we can come back here and unlock again. but until then, we have the power of the bishop. And it's going to take a lot of steps to get there. Also, we're not fully boxed in. What I kind of want to do is go to the chapel, get our 30 money, and then go back to the bookshop. Assuming we have enough steps to do that. Of course, we might not get the money this time either, so... Nope, we got the money. What room? Take the hallway. Hallways are always unlocked. Take the vault. We have the safe deposit key. Might be able to buy out the bookshop now. $233. More money. An allowance token. Is that another red letter? No, it's a passport. Gray Daniels. That is my mother. Ooh, sigil. Well, now I need to see my screenshots. Just a moment. Go. Steam. Where do you keep my screenshots? I can never remember where you do that. Go on disk. That's what it was. Thank you very much. That is the sigil of Finn Ares. Right, we are out of rooms, but I'm fine with that. We have infinite money. So go and buy out the bookstore. It's not that way. I want to come down. I want to go back down to the precipice and check the old copy of the book there and compare it to the book I have. Because there were a lot of holes in it. I remember that. I'm not sure why this book is here. I would have expected with that book to be there, there would be a sigil somewhere around here for us to look at, but no. All right, we're just gonna call it a day from here. Well, now what are we gonna do? We gotta draft the library a few times. Schoolhouse again. All right, our goal is to get the boiler room and the pump room and make it to the foundation. Go ahead and take it. Nursery. Fair. Reading nook. Open book. Library. Box. That box is worth it. All right. Let us take the first edition. Take the classroom. Security is pretty important. That's a good time to take the laboratory. Alright, what we got? Three aquariums would be pretty good. Let's spam. This is gonna add a whole lot of aquariums to the... But we have one bedroom already. Each bedroom after the second. Last set of gems. Take it anyway. Parlor for the gems. Assuming, of course, that I can get them. Alright. The blue box contains the gems. Only one box is true. The black box contains the gems. Okay, this box has to be false. And at least one box has to be true. Oh, that hurts my head. This box is true. This box is true. The gems are in the white box. Take it. This is our second bedroom. Every bedroom after this will add 3 aquariums. At some point, I'm going to have to take screenshots of that book and compare them to the other book, I think. But I'm not going to do that right now. Oh, and we just got the nursery, too. Which was what we guessed over here. Right? Yeah. Hallway. Last room. We draft. That will stack the deck with aquariums. I don't know if I want to do that though. I'm gonna do it anyway. Yum. Always acceptable. I want to take it, but I also want to try to fill in the map this time. So. Yeah, take the Solarium. Don't have a shovel, which is just too bad. West Wing. Could take the utility closet. Take the dining room. Take a secret passage. I don't want a mechanical room, but it's not going to give me one. So I want a hallway. Because hallways are free. Yeah, take the aquarium. Which gives me more aquariums. Take the aquarium. To give me more aquariums. Alright, I didn't realize that it had changed its direction, which was less than ideal. But that's okay. Take the aquarium. Giving us more aquariums. In. Yes, please. I'm not finding very many items this run, which is not great. I'm going to take the showroom. Interesting. Can't afford any of them. M's or faucet. Take the wine cellar. Surprised there are no sigils on this. Locked. Not good. Let's take the observatory. Because I always like to take the observatory when I see it. All that is great, but if this door's locked, it doesn't help me a whole lot. Okay. Double back. And it's entirely possible we might be dead. Because this door might be locked. It is not. Excellent. Have to take the commissary because sometimes the commissary has keys for sale. And it does. One of them. And of course, the store's locked. Do it. I should have taken the billiard room. It always contains keys. Take the music room. It will contain keys. Oh, great. One of them's a key card. That's not what I needed. Okay, another classroom. Okay, use it. Okay. Sure, take the drawing room. Let's see, which rooms do we not have letters in yet? This is one of them. So... Hmm. Crate, box, chart, easel. Not a cart. It might be crate and rate. Give us a C. I'm going to put a C and a question mark here. Because I don't think that's right, but it's all I got at the moment. Locked. Locked. And that might be the end for us. I'm going to go ahead and eat the meal because I can't remember if we checked the door in the den. I might as well get the steps. I've gone entirely the wrong direction. Guess it's good we picked up those steps. That's right, we do have... We can dig. That is a thing we can do. Key to the secret garden. Okay. Turnip. A key. Excellent. News of our death might have been greatly exaggerated. Or at the very least, slightly exaggerated. And we're locked again. That's alright. We can double back and we can look for other dig spots. Because I forgot those were a thing on this run. Well, it looks like we may not have many. I swear a lot of this fruit we're picking up wasn't there when we went through the first time. I can buy more keys, but I don't have any money. Because wouldn't you know, this time the chapel didn't show up. There's somewhere to dig. Pebbles. Oh, that banana didn't used to be there. And I'm almost out of options. Have I missed any keys? No. Alright, we call it a day here. We haven't hit a permanent unlock in quite a while. Okay. It's going to take the tomb. Because I still think there's some secrets down here that I haven't found yet. It would also make sense that all these things I think are secret exits are actually dead ends, just because this room is the dead end buff room. I mean, this looks, there has to be something here. All these statues and movable arms. Get our money. I should have gotten it in the first place, but I forgot. At the den, which I would think is probably our most common first room. Nursery is really good to get early. Take the chapel for the money. Get a green room. Take the veranda. Double. Few digging spots in here. Door is locked. Because of course it is. Reading nook, yes. To get the library. Yes, take the box. Book was graciously gifted by Simon P. Jones. I'm going to have to screenshot every page of this book, I'm afraid. Orindia was once the name used to designate the realms of the Eastern Waters. Though the term is no longer employed in the halls of politics, nor commonly known to the average citizen, its memories flicker in the hearts of those who hail from the lands that it once encompassed, and many of the elder generation, in hushed circles, still refer to themselves as Orindians. Yet, we must not let the flame of our history dwindle into obscurity of whispered conversations, nor permit our leaders to enjoin us to abandon the name of our land. We must keep alive the embers of our past and preserve them for the generations yet to come. Most historians mark the beginning of the First Era, often denoted as Agira, by the ascension of the first king of Aridia, whose name Oris, would later grace the burgeoning township in which he was crowned. Oris was known before his coronation as a prominent merchant lord of considerable means and of affluence, whose sway in the region made him the ideal candidate for the unification of the surrounding provinces. Regrettably, history is not always forthcoming, and the surviving record of these bygone days are mostly limited to trade agreements and sales receipts. Nevertheless, we can deduce from these ledgers that had but one aim: expansion. The territory spread forth from the heart of Oris and by the end of the 1st century, the black banners of Arindia could be seen fluttering in every hamlet and hostelry along the every thoroughfare from Oris all the way to the western banks. A new kingdom was born. It was the 4th king of Arindia who split this vast domain into 3 equal shares, 3 realms for his 3 children. To the eldest, he granted the fields and mountains of his great grandfather, the middle province and heartspring of the kingdom. The middle province and heartspring of the kingdom. The eldest accepted the gift and called his new realm Orinda Ares, after the angelic patron of royalty, Orinda. To the youngest, he bestowed upon him the realm of Arc Ares, the land of the northern storms, a wild and untamed expanse which at the time was not as developed, but a good deal more vast than the eldest brother's lot. And to his middle child, his only daughter, he gifted her the southern region of Araja, the mystical realm of the ancestors, a land steeped in tradition, magic, and poetry of the old tongue. As the second era drew to a close, the 3 sovereign realms that had achieved a period of remarkable progress and prosperity. Each of these distinct regions, ruled by their respective sibling monarchs, had blossomed, cultivating the bountiful resources of the lands and developing a unique character and nature and culture that set them apart from one another. Despite these differences, the sibling monarchs managed to maintain friendly relations throughout their lives, and were known for their cooperation in matters of trade and transportation. The succeeding generations of their heirs continued that tradition, and the 3rd era was defined by the construction of the vast network of railways that spanned the length and breadth of the land, linking the northern mountains of Arc Ares to the southern shores of Araja. This development facilitated travel and commerce between the 3 realms, further strengthening their bond and laying the foundation for the promise of a prosperous and bright future. A promise that would unfortunately, as my readers will soon find, not be kept. As the kingdom of Orinda Ares entered the 4th era, a different kind of ruler took the reins of power. King Desolates III was a king who listened to the voices of all his subjects, from the most influential advisors to the humblest of citizens. He was a king who often was seen among the people, eating, drinking, and conversing, a sight that shocked not only the gentry and the court, but the masses as well, who could scarce believe that they, as peasantry, would ever sup with the crown. Desolates was renowned as the king of the people, and it was therefore a surprise to no one when he made the decision to move the capital from the secluded mountains of Reddington to the public stage of Oris, leaving castle and court behind. The people were overjoyed by this choice, and the city welcomed their king with open arms and great fanfare. Yet not all were swayed so easily. There were those who viewed the king's conduct as unbecoming of his station, and were wary of how readily he could be persuaded by the tears and tales of the common folk. These dissenting voices planted the seeds of discontent, which took root in the lawns and gardens of the nobles of Fen, or, as I have been instructed to say, the grand city of Fen. After the passing of King Desolates III, the 4th era came to an abrupt end. Thankfully, the king died naturally in his old age and surrounded by his people of Oris, far away from the growing unrest among the western city of Fen. On the very next day, the 6th of October, the self-proclaimed Prince Learson of Fen declared himself the true monarch. This declaration was bolstered by a surprising number of supporters, due to the fact that Desolates IV shared his father's good name but little of his virtues. As the prospect of civil war seemed inevitable, the realm's regiments were hastily recalled from the frontiers to stamp out and put an end to the Finsurrection. However, instead of restoring order, what ensued was a savage and merciless campaign against their own people. The Gardens of Fynn, once a center of splendor, were transformed into a battlefield as the cries of the innocent echoed through the city streets stained red. The brutality of the pacification of Fynn did not go unnoticed by neighbors. As sympathy for the city surged, allies came forward to lend support. Among them was the general of the Northern Regiment, who, sickened by the barbaric actions of the other battalions, joined forces with Prince Learson to form a formidable army. Together, they leveraged their political influence and favors to persuade the nearby realms of Arc Ares and Nuance to join their cause. However, even with the tide turning in their favor, victory did not come easy. The War of the Fifth Era lasted 22 years and saw buried one in every 3 men. Prince Learson himself added another number to the casualties. However, even in death, he had won. Horus had fallen, and with it the realm. The black flags that had flown for 5 eras were burned, and in their place red banners were hoisted in honor of the fallen of Fynn. The few remaining members of the former royal family fled in fear for their lives to the south, forever exiled. Today, the realms inherited by the three, Fynn Ares, Arc Ares, and Araja, once again stand united as allies. Though the distance between our peoples has grown, our connection to this land remains as strong as ever. The spruce and birch that span across our realms serve as a constant reminder that we all share a common past. And as these trees continue to grow, so do our hopes for a common future. A future where we had not defined by the colors of the banners we raise, but by that which connects us, a land that we each call home. For this is, despite everything else, a land rich in history, a land of myth and wonder, a land that sprung forth the greatest empire the world has ever seen, the land of our fathers and of our mothers and of our children. The land is, after all that has happened, still Aridnia. Okay. Don't think I got as much information out of that as I'd hoped I would. Okay, I want to go around to the entrance hall and try to go north from here. And of course, we got, basically we got screwed here. This is going to have gems. This could have keys. But it could also not. But I need keys. It has a key. So we can come back over this way. Take the hallway. Well, we're out of keys again. Okay, I like these rooms, but I need more doors. 4 yard it is. Boy, I almost missed the hammer laying right there. Okay. Take the commissary because we have a mountain of money. Take the upgrade disc. 100%. Key. set of gems. Remember that we can buy keys for 10. Okay, so... corridor. Entry. I need to take the gymnasium, but I'm not going in there yet. Take the spare. Take the solarium to make it more unlikely for me to get rare rooms. At this point, I need some rare rooms. Laboratory. Upgrade disk. What are you gonna give me this time? Pause it. Okay. Hmm. Bedroom closet. That was probably a mistake, but oh well. Oh yes, we want to set up an experiment. Bedroom, depths to 4. Because we already have 2, right? No, we only have 1. Not ideal, but yes, hallway. Take the bedroom. Ugh. Take servants' quarters. And of course, now we're getting nothing but dead ends. Why can't I redraw things? I think we're stuck. But I might be able to leverage this room into getting the boiler room and the pump room down at the bottom. This gymnasium has 2 exits. At the moment, we can kind of, survive. Buy some bad rooms. Pick the rumpus room. Because we can get another series of madness out of the out of Alzara here. Alright, Alzara, hit me.
And, as it was foretold, I am awakened at the sound of a dropping coin. You find yourself face to face with the great Alzara. And I suspect you wish me to look into your future. The image is becoming clear.
Rock at a base of a tree.
I hear the pattering steps of children running in the forest. The joyful echoes of laughter in the courtyard. I see an old man sitting in an even older chair. A seed that has served many generations, each with their own stories, each with their own secrets, each with their own endings, but all in the same chair. Azara. Until the dawn of the following
Didn't get
day,
much useful out of that.
I have nothing more to say.
We'll need to find the drawing room, I guess. Oh, there's our breaker, our utility box. We can flip that and disable the gymnasium so we don't have to lose steps anymore. Got 3 more rooms. Redraw. Take the mail room. Very likely nothing in here. $35 coins. Alright, we got the tomb today, don't we? Yeah. Let's go check. Check the sledgehammer. 5 tomorrow rooms. Okay, I like that. Take the tool shed. And we get the metal detector. And the watering can, I believe. Same chair. Oh, oh no. Rooms with 4 doors and rooms with 1 door are more common today. Reading nook. Library. No. Take our claim ticket, get our sledgehammer. bad. Or it could be fine. Don't have enough gems. Take the guest bedroom. And nursery. I always take the nursery, I think. Door. Bedroom. There. Hallway. Take the archives. Boiler room. I need the boiler room. Take the boiler room. All the doors from it do me no good, but we have the boiler room. Pump room, please. Not pump room. I got a lot of money. Take a set of gems, take the shovel. Take the magnifying glass. Take this. Okay, we can come back for extra gems if we need to. Okay. The nursery. Alright, we need this to be a good room. We were probably dead. This is our only... If this doesn't open to the right... It's the dark room, but it does open to the right. We also don't have the utility room, so I can't turn the lights on to find out what's in here because we can't see anything. I'm going to take this 3-gem room, hoping that it's something like the cloister or something. The rotunda. Okay, that'll do. Spend all our gems again. The vault. Lovely. We can go back to the whatchamacallit. Okay, this is now always open, but the money's not back, so. Alas. Alright, let's make our way back to the cloister. She's over here. Not the cloister. The, what's this called? Commissary. Buy all the gems you have available. Rotate. Let's hope this is. Hope we have a good option here. We do not. Hopefully this is not a dead end. It is, of course, a dead end. And thus we call it a day. Wait, no. We go back to the coat check and put an item in it. That way that money, that item cannot be 71 coins. And we will check the sledgehammer again. Alright, AFK for this moment. Alright, I'm back. Need to remember that's there. I'm going to take the original history of Orinda so we can compare the two next time we have the library. Ooh, new key. You unlock a door with the prism key in a green room, hallway, bedroom, red room, or shop. You will draw floor plans of that same color. Okay. I'll note that blue rooms were not one of those options. There's a package. We will get the package. Okay. This was a good room. Whoop, metal detector. I see you there. I don't have a shovel. Take the nursery. Okay. We have one more room. And I think it's actually safest to come from this direction. This was a wise decision. The black box and blue box are empty. This box is not blue. Every statement with the word blue is false. If that's false, and that's false, and this is true, well, if this is true, if this is false, I'm saying this is where they are. And we have a lot of money. Let's go to the commissary. Buy a shovel. Out of money. That's all right. All right, before we run off too far, let's take our shovel. And check rooms for dig spots. I know we've got at least a couple. Okay, we're gonna go out here to the root cellar first. I'll take that. Couple of keys. I'll take that. Now I guess we don't need the sledgehammer to open that box. Big spot here. Here. And here. Okay. We have found all the things that are currently available to be found. Okay. Corridor. Watch us now get forced into a dead end that just ends our run. the drawing room. Take the laboratory. Be something good. Bedroom after your second, game 1 key. Hallway. Pantry. Game is just absolutely loving giving me dead ends. Sure, I'll take the bedroom. Alright, we have a die. That's something. Okay. Roll. Okay. Hallway. Oh, you have to get the pool to get the pump room. I had missed that fact previously. Boiler room, yes please. We'll put the dining room here. This is a really bad place to put your dining room, but And yes, we have the main dining hall. Where is it? It's around the corner through the boiler room. Door is for some reason sealed now. Take the utility closet, that's fine. The room we're eventually going to need. See, are there anything crazy here going on? Getting pretty far north, so let's go ahead and switch the security system off. And go ahead and turn off the gymnasium, turn on the garage. Flip this back on. Closes that door, but we can always come back and open it again if we need to. And we have a few dig spots down here, so let's go down here. Foyer. Take the billiard room. Oh right, that noise is the what you call it, the dining room announcing that dinner's served. 17. 6 squared minus 16. 20. Okay. So is that 18 minus 16? Get me to 2 squared. Yes. Okay. 13 minus 10, 3 squared is 9. A silver key? Yeah. Will lead to a room with many doors. Good. I need rooms with many doors. I'll take the observatory. Gems. And that was a productive. I think for my own safety, I need to use the silver key here. And of course, it gave me the room, or gave me the worst options, basically. We're dead. It gave us a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 exits. And only one of them points to a door we can actually open. And that one is behind buttons we have to push. I mean, I'm going to take the Chamber of Mirrors, but I don't think there's anything I can do here. Because this always opens a door across the way. Which means I can't get to it. So. Never found the code check on this run. And lockpicks. Now that would have been nice to have earlier. Yep, gotta call it day. Alright guys, I'm going to have to call it here for the night. I'm afraid we did not make terrible amounts of progress, I don't think, but who knows, maybe we did. We did get our bishop buff, which means we get a lot of money anytime we go in the chapel, so that's useful. And we've learned that you have to get the pool to get the pump room. Which is why we've gotten the boiler room a few times, but not the pump room. So, but yeah, so we've learned a few things, but yeah, not overly productive this run, I wouldn't say, but we'll see what happens next week. So I will be back on Thursday with more Final Fantasy 13 2. Until then, I want to thank y'all for joining me. I hope y'all enjoyed it. I'll see y'all next time. Have a good night.